texts. There's a few places in rabbinic texts that associate Rome symbolically with Edom.
Mm-hmm.
And I've looked at some of these. I have a friend who's looked at even more of them. And it's sort of a symbolic way to make Rome sort of a new archenemy. It doesn't ever seem to indicate a literal physical descent.
Right.
But even if Rome somehow were the Edomites, which that's not what these extra-biblical rabbinic texts are saying,
Well,
it still doesn't mean the United States and Europe and everything else.
You know what the intermediary is there? It's Babylon. Edom gets associated with Babylon.
I didn't know that.
In the Old Testament.
Really?
Because Edom, the Edomites assisted in the conquest of Judah.
And laughed.
Right. And so since Rome and Babylon was a major association, it's not shocking that Rome would be associated with Edom as well, because those two are associated in the Old Testament. That's a coherent rabbit trail.
Yeah. No, that's helpful. Because so part of what we try to do.
I'm sorry to throw in some
that's
coherent
good.
rabbit trails.
That's good, because what some of us, so like I have a friend named Abu who some of this I get from picking his brain, and he's the guy I called during the break. He was my I said I'm gonna phone a friend.
Okay.
He's just fantastic, and part of what we do when we talk is because it sounds. Sometimes I feel like we take some of the Hebrew Israelite beliefs more seriously than what they do, and we try to understand what are they really trying to say here, and where does this come from?
Right.
And so sometimes we'll try to see, and I mentioned earlier when I talked about the history of One West, a little bit their association with the Commandment Keepers and how the Commandment Keepers had some association with mainstream rabbinic Judaism. Well, there's a picture of Ariah at his bar mitzvah, and he later became the leader of the One West school. My point is that there's some leftover rabbinic influence, and they could have been exposed to maybe text or passages like this at some point, because we wonder where did it come from. But there's a key